What's going on, fellow rock and rollers? Just Mr. Jim here. Peace and love and thumbs up and AOK, cowbunga, and rock and roll. And guess what? You see in the description, we're going to be going over the traditional minor chords today. Other video we do is the traditional major chords. Here are the traditional minor chords, what they look like and what they sound like. A minor, B minor, C minor, D minor, E minor, F minor, and G minor. And you'd be surprised, the E minor and the A minor are pretty easy. They're actually, a few of them are pretty easy. You wouldn't maybe necessarily think that at first glance. So let's get right into it. Let's do the A minor, what it looks like, what it sounds like. Let's go to the second string from the bottom on the first fret. You hold that down. And then the third and fourth strings from the bottom, or third and fourth strings from the top, depending on how you're looking at it, on the second fret. You hold those down. And that plays an A minor. Try not to play the top string though, because if you play the top string, that sounds a little funky. So that's what it looks like and what it sounds like. If you remember from our major video, an E major actually looks very much like this. You just move every finger up one string on the same frets. To play A minor, you move every string down one string from an E major. So it's actually the same shape, just slightly different in that we're moving the strings, our fingers down one string each. So that's A minor. All right, let's get into playing B minor. I like B minor a lot. It's a lot of fun. What you could do is you can bar the entire second fret from the second string from the top down. I like to bring my ring and my pinky finger on the third and fourth strings from the top on the fourth fret. And then you bring the string that you're not holding down right below it on the second string from the top on the third fret. Bring your middle finger there. So remember, bar the entire second fret. Come here, third and fourth strings on the fourth fret, and then the second string from the bottom on the third fret. And we have that amazing note and sound of a B minor. You hear this in some popular music, pretty cool. It's a haunting kind of chord. So what happens when you get into the minor keys is that this music can be a little bit haunting, a little bit longing, yearning, sort of spooky, if you will, maybe even melancholy, somber, sad, that kind of feel. That's just what it lends itself to musically. All right. Now we're going to do a C minor. This one is very interesting. You can play a C minor with just those two notes, actually. Second string from the top on the third fret, and then the third string from the top on the first fret. And try not to hit any of the other strings, except the string below it. You might be able to. That plays a C minor. How I like to play a C minor is kind of like how we played a B minor, though, where we're here and we just slide it over. Each finger stays exactly where it is in its shape. You just slide it over one fret each to be on the third, fourth, and fifth frets accordingly. And you get more of a full sounding C minor chord there. But you can play it here. Try only to play the strings you're holding down and then the string right below it open. That plays a C minor, and so does this. All right, let's get that D minor. Now, D minor, the traditional way to play it, looks and sounds like this. We're on the bottom string of the first fret you hold down. Then you're on the second string on the third fret, and then the third string from the bottom on the second fret. And try to play just the D string down. The fourth string, just play it open, you're not holding it down. You want to get that D note sound in there so it rounds out the sound. And that's what it looks like. It's kind of a funky looking chord. I usually keep my ring finger sort of in no man's land for that one. Looks and sounds like that for D minor. All right, let's move to E minor. E minor is probably our easiest one. We use what I like to call quotation fingers. You'll see me point out to this in different other videos. Our quotation fingers, because we're going like this, like quoting something. So they're right next to one another. Our pointer finger and our middle finger. We bring it to the second and third strings from the top on the second fret. This is a very popular chord. You use this in the song Horse with No Name by America. You use this in We Will Rock You, and lots of other fun songs too. All right. So that's E minor. All right, let's get F minor. Now, what you think of too F minor is sort of similar to that B minor and C minor idea, where, okay, we want to get, it's a little bit different. We're going to bar the bottom 3 strings of the 1st fret, and then I like to bring my ring finger, you might bring your pinky finger to the 3rd string from the top on the 3rd fret, and try just to play those strings only. That's an F minor. You can play it like this as well, barring the entire 1st fret, bringing these 2 fingers to the 2nd and 3rd strings on the 3rd fret, and leaving your middle finger on no man's land. So that makes it slightly different than the B minor and C minor, but it's the same sort of idea with barring. So there's 2 ways to do it. You play it like this, right, like we talked about, or like this. All right, let's get that G minor. Now there's 2 ways to do this as well. G minor, you were to play you hold down the bottom 3 strings of the 3rd fret. This is G minor. You play just the strings you're holding down. Or play the same thing you did with F minor and just slide it over to the 3rd and 5th frets instead of the 1st and 3rd frets. So this is F minor. This is where you could slide to G minor. You bar the entire 3rd fret and come down to the 2nd and 3rd strings of the 5th fret. And that's what an F minor looks like, G minor looks like and sounds like. Again, you could play it just like this. That's your traditional way of doing it. Or you could play it like this. All right, awesome. Let's go over it from the start, right? A minor. Looks and sounds like this. B minor. Looks and sounds like that. C minor, 2 ways to do it. You could do it like this first. Or like this. D minor. Looks and sounds like this. E minor. Looks and sounds like this. F minor, 2 ways to do this. Looks and sounds like either this or this. And G minor, also 2 ways to do it. Like this, looks and sounds like that, or looks and sounds like this. Super fun. A minor, B minor, C minor, D minor, E minor, F minor, and then G minor. Super fun. Thanks so much for tuning in on the traditional minor chords. Goes in good in juxtaposition and almost not even juxtaposition, but goes right in line with the major chords as well, the traditional major chords. Put them both together, you get a lot of chords that way. Peace and love, thumbs up, and aka Cowabunga and rock and roll. We'll see you next time for who knows what. Thanks so much for tuning in. Bye-bye.